It's Peaches here, and this is Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. A lot of puh sounds with that title. A replay of today's full show, which you can hear weekday afternoons live on K-Bear 101. I hope you like what I have to say, and if not, well, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Enjoy. Alrighty, here we go. It is Friday, what date is it? October 18th, 2024. Oh, man, I'm excited for this weekend. I get to go to Boise, take a whole bunch of listeners to the Fame on Fire show. I'm not taking them personally. They're going to meet me there, I should say. They're going to meet me at the Revolution Concert House in Boise, and I'm going to take them to meet Fame on Fire because they won that giveaway that we did earlier this year to really celebrate 25 years of K-Bear 101. Wage War era, Throne, Fame on Fire tonight as well at the Complex in Salt Lake City. Jade is going to be at that show tonight. I'm sure he'll have a great time. And then tomorrow I'll be watching the same show at the Revolution Concert House over in Boise. Also, last night, a lot of listeners went to that awesome show that I wish I went to. Lorna Shore, Whitechapel, Sanguisugabog, Kubla Khan. I did see some people sharing photos and videos in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. I appreciate that. If you took any of them, please share them with us. I wish I was at that show so badly. So badly. And then Iron Maiden is also tonight in Salt Lake City at the Delta Center with The Who, not the Baba O'Reilly Who, the Mongolian throat singing band The Who that me and Little Russell saw when they opened up for Five Finger Death Punch. They were the only full set of the night besides, well, I shouldn't say that because Fire from the Gods did have some sound issues near the very beginning. So I would say, yeah, legitimately the full set that played in Salt Lake City last year when me and Russell went to go see those bands was The Who. Megadeth played 3 songs. They had some technical difficulties that prevented them from doing their full set. And then it was really funny watching Five Finger Death Punch perform a couple songs. And then right as he said, woke up a little off today, the whole venue went pitch black because some drunk driver hit a pole that caused a whole bunch of issues and took out all the power at what it was called back then, the USANA Amphitheater. So much easier to say than the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. What a terrible name change that is. I hate how amphitheaters will have these super long names, all sponsored by some super long business name. It's awful. It's terrible. Just make it short and sweet and to the point. If you want to get a hold of me, 208-535-1015. That is the number to reach me. Coming up here soon enough, we got some Rob Zombie as part of our K-Bear Rockin' Halloween, haunted by No Limit Guitar Company. Speaking of No Limit Guitar Company, we're giving away not only a guitar this time, but also an amp to go along with it. You can find the full list of things that we're giving away as sort of like a grand prize giveaway to really end the month with No Limit Guitar Company's 6th annual birthday bash. Primarily, we're giving away the ESP LTD Aero 200 guitar that we're giving away. Also, alongside the PRS Sanzera 20 combo amplifier. But then we're also going to give away some other stuff like a ukulele, this way big pedal thing too that you can also, like I said, go find the complete list of things. We made sure to tag everybody in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. You can see it there. You can see it on our main page, and you can also find it on our Twitter, I think. Don't quote me on that. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. We've seen contradicting studies in the past. A great example are those people that say, hey, coffee's good for you. But then there are other studies that say coffee's terrible for you. Don't drink caffeine at all. Well, now, according to a new study, we've heard about, sitting for long hours at a time is terrible for your health. Well, now this new study says, hey, those standing desks, those pretentious coworkers that you have in the building that have a standing desk, which have been popular now for years, might not be all that good for your health after all. Health officials say, that if you stand for too long, if you stand for long periods, that can also be bad for your health, resulting in problems such as lower back pain, blood clots in the legs too. Sounds awful. So whether you're sitting or standing to get your job done, you still got to mix things up by moving around regularly to keep the blood flowing. Sometimes I sit in here for hours upon hours, and I go to stand up and I almost fall over because I've just been sitting still for that period of time, and I'm like, I gotta go use the restroom. My right foot's asleep. I sort of do this weird jog down the hallway to wake myself back up. K-Bear 101, Victor Wilt is in here. The King!
That's right, what's up?
Where's the Pomp and Circumstance bed? Let me pull
I don't know,
up.
but I expect it to play every time I walk in. That's right, me, Macho Man Victor Wilt. I don't know what cowboy that was, but inappropriate.
The podcast version didn't pick that up for some reason.
You got to have it in 2.
Oh, it is in 2. I think because of the settings over
you're
here.
recording in that other setup, yeah.
Oh, well.
I don't know.
Victor did say he wanted to go out and kill himself some people.
I never said that.
He was referring to Red Dead Redemption.
I was, and I've been playing a lot of Red Dead, and I've been doing the challenges, because I kind of want to 100% the game again eventually. And to accomplish some of the challenges, you have to be bad Arthur. And I like to be nice Arthur.
You don't like hurting people or even hurting animals in video games. It's a uncanny valley thing. Like you know they're not real. You can easily just shoot the dog if you want to.
Yeah, but I would feel terrible.
Right,
so
you would.
Even when I'm like,
especially when you like the dog crying.
Like I needed to rob a stagecoach, and it was just easier to just shoot the driver. And I had to shoot a lot of people in the game, and my Arthur, his honor is low, and he's becoming very mean.
He's mean, Arthur.
His attitude totally changes, and he's very negative.
I like how this went away from the break that I had planned for us to talk about.
What did you want to talk about?
Maynard James Keenan, did you see what he said recently?
I don't know. Maybe.
He said one of his biggest regrets in Tool is that the band was way behind the curve with streaming and digital downloads.
Oh, they were. They were terrible.
He's like, yeah, we should have had our music on streaming for 20 years. We could have had 20 years of money from streaming numbers and all of that.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when your bandmates are like very pretentious.
I sent you the article earlier today. I was hoping you'd read it. It was funny.
I saw the headline, and I didn't dive deep into the article, but
he said 24 years ago he didn't get started with the whole downloads thing. He wanted to, or something like that. He didn't like the MP3 version of his. Oh, I know what it says here. I don't like listening to the MP3 version. He likes to listen to CDs and vinyl.
Yeah. And, if you get yourself a good enough MP3, it's going to sound good. And back in the day, a lot of people didn't know how to properly encode an MP3. So you would get crappy MP3s that sounded awful. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, they're right on par with CD quality. The average person is not going to be able to tell the difference at all.
I wish you could go back in time to the 1930s. Around there and bring your soundbar and TV system.
Check this out.
And show him Red Dead Redemption 2 full surround sound.
Yeah, I was thinking about modern technology last night when I was playing Red Dead. Or no, I was scrolling my TV menu where you've got, Netflix and YouTube, and it's very futuristic, compared to back in the day. It's a big flat screen. You can just get anything you want on demand. But I'm still living in a house from the 70s. Every time you see movies about the future, you'd have technology like my TV and sound system, but they're in a very futuristic house.
They are.
Like floating in space or something. And it's like, no, we're not all of a sudden going to have all of the old housing disappear and everything's futuristic. I mean, we got people still living in houses from the 17 and 1800s.
It's terrible. Why would you want to do that to yourself?
Live in a house from the 1700s or 1800s?
Yeah, the door frame's 3 feet high.
Yeah, but
all the rooms are incredibly skinny, so you're walking around all hunched over.
We're normal people, Peaches. It's hard for you, but for me, it's like, oh, yeah, this is great.
This is why my future house will need to be customized, I think, right? I would have to have a higher-up sink. Nobody else will be able to use all my stuff.
Yeah, like my microwave that they had mounted super high in my kitchen before I took it down. You're the only person who it was mounted appropriately for.
Yeah.
I didn't realize till we took it down. I'm like, the microwave was really high up there. Like, you couldn't look at your food to check on it. You had to take it out of there. I mean, if you're me, it was way up there.
Speaking of modern technology, my friend Kirk, he has an Amazon Alexa device in his bedroom for some reason. I don't know why anybody would want one of those things.
I don't know why you'd want it in your bedroom, but unless you want, Bezos listening to you, get busy.
We were in the Discord call. It was me, my friend Hunter, my other friend Bryson, Kirk as well. A whole bunch of us were playing different games, and I'm intense on this one game, and I hear some lady's voice screaming in the background. And I yelled, "Get that woman out of the room," or something like that to her. And I didn't realize she could hear me.
Yeah.
Apparently she could, but I don't think she knew I was talking about her. And my friend Hunter's like, I think Kirk's computer's on speaker right now, right? I'm like, and he's like, let's find that out. Alexa! And then Alexa turned on. And so she's like, yes. And I go, can you play Signs of the Swarm? I Won't Let You Die. And it started playing all of Signs of the Swarm's catalog.
Nice.
Kirk was not even in the room. He was downstairs, and he's like, What's going on? It comes upstairs.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I have an Alexa, but it's, just sitting in a box or something because I just didn't use it.
It's a weird item to have. I know, like Prime Day, when that comes around, that's
they'll be like $20.
It's the $20 for that thing. You can have Jeff Bezos in your house for $20.
And it's like just a little cruddy speaker.
Do you think he has one? Do you honestly think he has
I
one?
doubt it because he knows it listens to everything you do.
I feel like Google, any person high up at Google does not have a Google Home device.
But if you do have them, you should use them to play K-Bear 101.
That's the only thing you should. If you do, play K-Bear.
That's right.
K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I was reading here, Hallmark's countdown to Christmas starts today. That means it's time to bring back the Hallmark Christmas movies drinking game. You got to take a drink when two attractive people bump into each other, which is literally every movie of theirs. Someone mentions how much they hate Christmas, and I'm sure by the end of the movie they change their tune. Someone complains about the quote-unquote big city, comes back to the small town. The town goes caroling. They make Christmas cookies. Two characters almost kiss, or even when a character has a tight deadline. Oh, it says here, finish your drink when a character rediscovers the magic of Christmas, or there's a misunderstanding between the main characters. My mom watches these types of movies whenever we transform the family room. One of the rooms down the hallway in the family room, I believe it's called the den. We changed that from Luna, our cat's room, to the elf room, and that's where we all go to wrap presents around the Christmas time. And she has a little TV in there, and she'll turn on the Hallmark Christmas movies, and she just has them on in the background while she wraps presents. And I don't think she does any type of drinking at all. Maybe she does secretly, and I don't know about it. But my whole family and I have never really drinking anything. And I can't imagine my mom doing something like that. It would be funny just to open the door and see her drinking every single time something like that pops up in a Hallmark Christmas movie. She's just entirely wasted wrapping the Christmas presents. Having to deal with me as a child would cause you to drink. That's for sure. This right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. With two New York teams and one Los Angeles team still in play for a World Series berth, Major League Baseball is enjoying big ratings numbers. And because Shohei Ohtani is still playing, the ratings in Japan are huge. For example, Game 5 of the National League Division Series between the Dodgers and Padres played last week drew an average audience in Japan of 12.9 million viewers, the most to ever watch a playoff game in Japan. If the Dodgers and Ohtani reach the World Series, expect those numbers to get even bigger. It makes you wonder if these games are scripted because they want to have the most viewership possible, so they tell the umps to, make the game go the Dodgers' way so they can up the ratings, if you know what I mean. In basketball news, subscribers to NBA League Pass this season will really be able to overdose on games. The NBA app has been updated with a new feature called Multiview, where fans can watch 4 games at the same time on their TV screen, tablet, or phone. Fans will also be able to listen to alternate language calls for all games in Spanish, Portuguese, and Korean. That would be too much time, really, to watch. I mean, that'd be too tough to focus on any one of the 4 games all at once, I would feel like. In more basketball news, the new NBA season kicks off Tuesday night next week, and the people in charge of assembling rosters think we'll see a repeat champion with the Boston Celtics. The annual GM survey had the Oklahoma City Thunder as a very distant second choice. The Celtics and Thunder were almost unanimous choices to win their respective conferences. As for who will be named MVP this season, 40% of the general managers picked Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of Oklahoma City, and 30% tabbed Luka Doncic of Dallas. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. After much fanfare, the Chicken Big Mac has finally arrived here in the United States, and the chain's fans are divided. Somebody said on Twitter it's basically 2 huge Chicken McNuggets replacing the beef patties, and that's all I've heard from my friends who absolutely cannot stand this new Chicken Big Mac. The only person I know that supports the whole thing is Josh from Classy 97. Some diners, like myself, prefer the McChicken, which is seasoned differently. Plus, it's a whole lot cheaper that way, too. You can get like 2 of them, and one will be $1 because they have that deal going on. But Alyssa Rose, the daughter of the Mets announcer Howie Rose, apparently loves the Chicken Big Mac, according to this article, calling it the greatest culinary creation of our lifetime. Really? Is this becoming like the new McRib? The McRib was the biggest fascination for a while there. Everybody was so stoked whenever there was a billboard that said the McRib is back. Are people now going to say the same thing about the chicken Big Mac? I wonder. Sleep Token on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I do find it funny when sometimes people only hear one song from an artist being played on K-Bear because of their, their listening times. Maybe they listen for about 20 minutes in the morning or maybe just an hour in the afternoon, whatever it may be. They hear the same song and then they just automatically assume that we only play that one song. I saw a post about somebody saying, hey, why do you guys only play the Summoning, I forgot what other song they listed, and also Take Me Back to Eden from Sleep Token. And it's because those three are the most popular. We played the entire Take Me Back to Eden album on Victor's morning show. Vor from Sleep Token plays on Jake's show. We occasionally put it in the regular playlist as well. We have we have all of the modern Sleep Token tracks as well as some of the older ones too. I played Gods as one of my Peaches picks of the day. And I've seen other listeners do that. I'm not trying to call out this specific listener at all. I've seen people just automatically assume, hey, why don't you play this band? And it's like, we did. There was somebody that commented on my Peaches Picks of the Week recap video that you can find on our social media pages saying, hey, you should play the song called Sleepwalker from The Pretty Wild. I'm like, yeah, I did last week. It's great. Has an amazing breakdown. It's awesome. I'll be posting this week's Peaches Picks of the Week recap here soon. If you don't follow us on social media, make sure to do so at KBear 101 FM on all social media platforms. We also got our YouTube channel at KBear 101 RMG. Idaho's only rock station, KBear 101. I found this hilarious. This Reddit user draws for scores has an unusual relationship problem. His girlfriend uses ChatGPT in their arguments. He claims that ChatGPT has called them insecure and lacking emotional bandwidth. He wrote in his post, my big issue is it's her formulating the prompt, so if she explains that I'm in the wrong, it's going to agree without me having a chance to explain things. I can only imagine, for some reason in my head, I just see those two fighting. She goes, wait, hold on. Let me grab my phone. I have the Chat GPT app on my phone, or even worse, she pulls out her laptop, starts typing in everything, and comes up with arguments against him. KBear 101, Idaho's only rock station. There's an airport that has sparked controversy. They've put up a sign that restricts the duration of farewell hugs. These signs at the, is it Dunedin Airport in New Zealand? Suggests that fonder farewells should take place outside the airport. It reads, max hug time 3 minutes. For fonder farewells, please use the car park. This move has been labeled as inhumane by those who saw the viral post on Facebook. I'm right there with them. Who cares? You can go around them if there are two people hugging. They're saying goodbye to each other. You know, I hug my parents dearly every single time that when I go home and then I have to come back here. Always hug my mom. Always hug my dad, big time. Say thank you for letting me stay here for a week. Come back here. Imagine getting in trouble for this. Who's timing this stuff? Is there going to be one of those mall cops at the airport on a Segway with a timer, just timing people? It starts going right as you start to hug somebody. If it goes over 3 minutes, is it 3 minutes consecutively or is it 3 minutes in total? If I hug somebody, if I hug my dad for 30 seconds, then hug him again, and all of those hugs together are more than 3 minutes, am I going to get ticketed? Such a stupid rule. So Tesla Autopilot and full self-driving assistance features exist merely to allow drivers to take their hands off the wheel, let the car do all the driving, but motorists should still be alert, right? Keep their eyes on the road in case they need to grab the wheel. One driver in California took things a bit too far. A lot of people on I-80 were recently shocked to see a red Tesla Model 3 cruising along with all of its windows just completely obstructed. The windshield had one of those reflective sunshades blocking it, ensuring that no one could see in, and more importantly, the driver could not see out. Another driver took video of the blind car, shared it on Reddit. I love how you're able to pull a phone out while driving and take a photo of somebody else driving absolutely horribly. You can find it on Reddit r/mildly bad drivers. KBear 101, it's Peach's Pit Party. You ever feel a little bit off? Maybe you have a pain in the back of your head and it's in one specific area. and you wake up in the middle of the night with the back of your head just hurting, and you go, maybe it's a tumor, and you just automatically assume the worst. I dealt with a specific pain near the back right-hand side of my head, and I think the actual reason for it hurting is that I'm wearing my CPAP mask on too tight in order to prevent air from being blown into my eyes in the middle of the night. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor, that type of thing. I always assume the worst, and I made sure this time to not Google search my symptoms because I was feeling dizzy too with this. I also think I banged the back of my head on the wall as I was sleeping. I think that's a total possibility. But anyway, the reason why I'm saying this is because I want to talk about this story here about this man complaining of indigestion, which I've also dealt with problems recently with acid reflux and such. This guy was complaining of indigestion, went to the doctor, found out he has a live cockroach in his intestines. A live 3-centimeter cockroach in the small intestine of the patient complaining of stomachache and indigestion. How are you able to... Well, okay, so here's the thing. This guy is living in Delhi, India. Not necessarily the cleanest place, and the man had consumed street food at a night market a few days prior and suspected that to be the cause of his problems. You can't trust that type of food, especially in Delhi, India. I mean, come on now, really? I wonder how they're going to get it out. Is it just going to is the stomach acid, is it going to get to the, well, it's in the small intestine. I wonder, let's see here. Doctors decided that the best course of action was to conduct a upper gastrointestinal endoscopy? A procedure that examines the upper part of the gastrointestinal tract to hopefully discover the cause of the man's symptoms. What they certainly did. So that was just beforehand. That wasn't the solution after finding the cockroach. Is he going to poop it out? Is that what's going to happen? K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I was laughing at this news here about how Terrifier 3 is doing much better in the box office compared to the new Joker movie, which is really sad because the first Joker movie made a ton of money, and now they're expected to lose some money, I would say a lot of money, on this Joker 2 movie. And I was reading here that some people were told that hey, it's not, there was no information out there, I should say, that it was a musical. And they went and saw the movie and went, why are they singing and all this stuff? It's not exactly a musical, but it has musical elements in it. I haven't seen the movie. I'm just seeing what people are saying online. Because personally, as soon as I saw when it was getting announced that Lady Gaga was set to join the cast and then they're going to turn it into a musical, then I was like, no thanks, I'm out. I'm done. It was like Shark Tank. For that reason, I am out. And then if you look at the AI overview with Google, because I typed in Joker movie, not telling you it's a musical, it says the movie Joker Folie à Deux is not explicitly labeled as a musical, but it does incorporate music in a unique way. The music is used to help the characters express themselves, and the dialogue and scenes aren't enough. There are cover songs. This movie includes at least 15 reinterpretations of well-known tracks and original tracks. So it's not a traditional musical, which is okay. I mean, still, it's supposed to be not that great of a movie. The reviews for it are not high. And I'm like, do I really want to spend money and go see this? I'm not spending money and watching Terrifier 3. I'm not into the whole torture thing. It's dumb. One of my friends named Johnny, he decided to go to the movie theater and randomly pick a scary movie with him and his friend. He didn't know what Terrifier 3 was. He was like, oh, sure, this movie looks cool for a scary movie. He almost vomited. He was one of those dudes that people are like, oh, these people vomited watching Terrifier 3. That was him. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. It is now that time to peach their own. And when I tried coming to work the first time this morning, I say the first time because I had to turn right back around and grab my bag of pills that I forgot at my apartment. I was halfway to work. Turned back, I realized I forgot the pills and had to turn back around, pick them up, texted Jay that I was going to be a little bit late today. Showed up 5 to 10 minutes late, and the entire time I'm listening to Victor talk about what cover song is better than the original, taking call after call after call in the morning show. I figured why not continue that here to peach their own. What cover song is way better than the original, or just overall better than the original? He was trying to say that 9 Inch Nails' version, the original version of Hurt, is the better version compared to Johnny Cash's Hurt. I disagree with that entirely. I'm not really the biggest fan of 9 Inch Nails. I like some of their tracks, but I'm not a huge fan like what Victor is. I do like a lot of weird covers, though. I really do. Matt Hafey does a cover of Life is a Highway, which I think I played for Under the Covers with Peaches back when I was in the middays. I also played Nickelback's Dirty Laundry at one point. That was a good song. Rob Zombie, We're an American Band, Disturbed, Living After Midnight. So many great cover songs out there. What cover song is better than the original? Let me know over at 208-535-1015. I'll get you live on air here in a few with your answer. What's up?
Well, I had an answer for you to each their own,
That's
which,
right.
I'm going to say Rusty Cage. And here's why, because I don't know if it was Johnny Cash or Soundgarden that did it first, but either way, the opposite is better than the other.
Who originally wrote Rusty Cage? I'm guessing it's Soundgarden. Yeah, Chris Cornell, it says here. Origin and recording, Rusty Cage was written by frontman Chris Cornell. And then probably Johnny Cash was like, yep, sure, I'll do a whole bunch of covers in the last album. You know, there's another country artist, Glenn Campbell, that did a cover album towards the end of his career as well. And he covered Green Day's Good Riddance. And it's a okay cover. I kind of like it.
All I know is Johnny Cash does a lot of good covers, too. So my vote has to go for Rusty Cage.
Oh, there we go. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Brendan.
You have a good one.
Show.
K-Bear, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Hey, James. Now, what cover song is better than the original?
I'm going to say Electric Six's version of Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac.
You and that Electric Six plug every single time, huh? That should be your
Yep.
bit. Every single time you call in, just please mention Electric Six, no matter if it's to me or Victor, and just like sneak it in there.
I'm going to get you guys to play them, damn it.
I feel like I know one of their songs, and that one song I'm thinking of, I cannot even say the name of it on the air.
No. That one, but you got to give it. It's not a bad song.
It's not a bad song at all. I just can't play that. I wish I
No,
could.
you can't play it. But their couple of albums after that one, I think it was Switzerland. No, Senor Smoke.
Senor Smoke. Okay.
That one. There's I think that's the one with Dance Epidemic.
I'll have to write this down here and do this.
That's one you guys could actually play.
Because I feel like I should play this for the amount of times you've called in for this segment.
Yeah, and once you listen to some of their other stuff, you'll be like, oh my God, he's right. We should be playing them if we play Electric Callboy.
Well, if Victor hears this too, there we go. 208-535-1015. What cover song is better than the original? That is today's To Peach Their Own Question. Call in with your answer. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.